Hey, hello and welcome back to Brick Girl. My name is Brittany and I am definitely not in my studio. I'm not sure if you can hear the traffic that's going around. I don't know if you can hear this loudspeaker that is somewhere nearby. I don't really know what it's from, but I am in Vietnam. I am no longer in Brisbane, Australia, and I'm here because I am studying a TESOL. I'm going to teach English as a second language. I'm nearly at the end. I've got tests and assignments all due next week. It was a bit of a intense course. It was done in 3 weeks with 1 week of cultural orientation, which is great. Hello, those who have joined me. In the first week, we went to the Cu Chi tunnels, which is, if you're aware of the Vietnam War, or in Vietnam, it's called the American War. They used tunnels for guerrilla tactics. And they have some tunnels in an area called Cu Chi, which is a little northwest, I think, of where I'm living right now. In the thumbnail, that's me actually going in one of the tunnels. So they're really narrow. We went to the ones a little further out from Saigon, and that meant that all the tunnels and all the entrances were just that bit narrower, because there's another set that I meant to accommodate for tourists, and I probably would have fit better in those ones. So if you don't know, I am actually 5'11". So trying to fit into these tunnels that they used back during the Vietnam War was very tight. It was a very tight squeeze. I had to crawl a lot of the time. My knees were scraped by the time we were leaving. It was a very fascinating walkthrough, and definitely hearing about the war from the other side, about a different perspective. I didn't know much about it, but I've definitely know so much more about the history here, and it's phenomenal, phenomenal. The Vietnamese people definitely have an amazing tenacity, and they just want to push forward. They just want to, they're strong together, which is amazing. I also went down to the Mekong River Delta, I think it's called, which was beautiful. Unfortunately, that was the day that I was really sick. So it doesn't help when you're in a van and you're bumping around and your transport is an hour longer than it should be. Um, yeah, and other than that, I've been really doing a TESOL course, trying to learn a bit of Vietnamese. This is just a little bit of a life update to let you know about what I'm doing, where I'm at. And this is why my channel's been a little bit quiet at the moment, and I don't have very many nerdy things popping up as well. I did try to film some things, but I have no editing software at the moment, which is very infuriating because I want to show you guys what I've been doing here. So if you did want to check that out, pop on over to @BrickGirlAUS. That is on Instagram, and you can see all the different pictures that I've been posting of my travels here in Vietnam. I did see the Mulan trailer. That was the one I was trying to film and edit and post, but obviously no editing software, and I was just using my little old phone because I don't have my camera. I think it looks very good. I honestly did. I enjoyed it a lot. I do feel sad that Mushu won't be in it, or Cricky. I've heard that the songs won't be involved either, but I feel like there's a certain strength that the lead actress is showing in the trailer that I think is really positive, and I really do look forward to seeing that. However, I say that with a bit of reservation because I know that Disney has let me down before in their live action remakes. I did not enjoy Dumbo. Um, I mean, like, it was good, but I mean, it's not something I'd go. None of the live action films I would feel like I want to see again. And I know, like, The Lion King is out, and oh man, I want to go to the cinemas and see these films, but I've just got so much study while I'm at it. If you have any questions of my journey as well, or my trip in Vietnam, my studies, pop them in. I'll see what I can respond and tell you about. But I would love to see even Spider-Man: Far From Home. I've not had a chance to see that movie, and I just want to see it. Um, but yes, the Mulan trailer does get me excited just because it's such a big part of my childhood. But yeah, there's just some reservations there. Beyond that, Toy Story 4 didn't really engage me, so I haven't seen that. So, Robert, you haven't seen Spider-Man either? Just it's just happened in all these films that are meant to be like big hits or whatever, or like everyone's wanting to see, are happening around the time that I'm busiest, and I just can't see it, which is so annoying. Um, One thing that's really great about where I'm living is there's a Starbucks right across the road, which is great because it just means I can get a little bit of coffee that tastes like home. Because their coffee here is very different. I'm not sure if you've seen it, but they put a lot of sugar in it. I did not expect it the first coffee I got. I like a long black or an Americano if you're from America. Um, yeah, so the first coffee I got was very sweet. What is hitting Spider-Man's movies that I haven't even put out theirs? Oh, you want to see Spider-Man and Deadpool together? Okay. I don't think, I mean, like, that would be very fascinating, but I feel like because Spider-Man, Tom Holland's Spider-Man is really geared at the younger audience of Marvel. So we've got the more mature films. It's not even really more mature films, but just for, I guess, a more adult audience, like Civil War. There's a lot of jumping around to different countries and stuff. And to follow that as a child is very difficult. But the Spider-Man films with Tom Holland, I feel like, are geared towards the early teens, maybe like 10-year-olds, really, because it's such a it was such Homecoming was such a good story. It was simple, A to B, enjoyable. But yes, it was simple, which was my biggest critique at the time, I think. In saying that, I think that's one reason why they wouldn't connect with Deadpool. However, there's this animation called, I think it's called The Amazing Spider-Man or something, came out in the past two years, and that one, it's almost as if Spider-Man is Deadpool because he breaks the fourth wall. Hello, Juan C. Diaz. That's so amazing. I don't speak English, but I practice listening with your videos. That is fantastic. Let me tell you right now, English might be the language and as a second language, but keep in mind it is one of the hardest languages. Master that as a second language. It blows my mind. Look, I'll give you this. I'm going to try and read it. I'm going to assume it means you're from Peru. Okay, so this is my attempt. Saludos desde Peru. I'm so sorry if I butchered that. But thank you. That really actually makes my day to hear that people are learning English. Hey, Jared. Hope you're well. Yes, things are going amazing. Again, guys, if you want to see photos of my journeys, pop on over to Instagram at BrickGirlAUS. But yes, Juan Z. Diaz, I'm actually here to teach English as a second language. So hearing you say that or type that just it makes my day. It makes me so happy. Keep in mind, you'll be learning it from an Australian accent. I do speak very fast. I apologize for that. I hope that helps with listening to English, because it is very difficult. When I was learning Mandarin, 我在大学学习汉语, I found that listening was the hardest. I could speak okay, I could write and read. I was enjoying writing and reading in characters, but listening just was so difficult. So honestly, well done, Juan. Well done. That is incredible. Keep it up. Keep up the hard work, because I think it'll be great. It's a great tool to know a second language. And that's for everyone who might be watching this. If you can learn a second language, even if it's as simple as a greeting or directions, it is amazing how helpful that is when you visit that country. I feel like almost I should have visited Taiwan or China instead of Vietnam, just because I came to Vietnam with nothing, with no Vietnamese language under my belt. And even now, trying to get the tones is very difficult because it's different from Mandarin. So if I wanted a coffee, which I've been told I'm saying it wrong, so hopefully it's okay. It's a một ly cà phê then. So I want a black coffee, không đường, or something like that, no sugar. That's awesome, man. That's so good. You're right. Your written English. Sorry, my comments are coming up on the side. Your written English is also fantastic. well done. That's really cool. It's very difficult, so I applaud you for what you're doing. But yeah, just trying to learn my thank yous, my hellos. It's not as simple as saying xin chào, which is hello in Vietnamese, because you can replace, you can drop the sin part, the xin chào, sin, and put the pronoun after chow. And that changes depending who you're talking to, whether they're older or younger. But then you also have to kind of guess how much older they are and how much younger they are. So I've just been saying g'day. Hopefully they get. I'm Australian and I'm trying. But yes, that's fantastic. Learning. So your grandfather, Jared, was over here. I would hope for positive reasons. I mean, the war was just, from what I've learnt of the history, the war was really quite a tough and sad time. But yes, learning a bit of another language it's like a puzzle. It's something that you can stretch your brain. So instead of doing like a Sudoku, learn a language. As a captain, wow, that's a pretty high rank. Sorry, I'm still coming off my cold. I got my voice back yesterday. So yes, but that is my life update. I might wrap this video up. Thank you so much for watching. Again, if you want to follow a bit more of my journey, go to Instagram, BritGirlAUS, because I have no editing software. This is probably the best I can do. It's just chatting to you like this, which I think has worked really, really well. Thank you for sending me messages, guys. I really appreciate that. I love hearing what you guys are doing as well. So if you want to leave even more comments, I'll come back across these after it's been posted as a normal video. So guys, thank you so much for watching. My name is Brittany, and you have been watching Brit Girl. And end.